Disney's always been a huge part of our childhoods, right? I mean, the music, the animation, the characters, those films were magical. I can still picture myself sitting on the couch as a kid, eyes glued to the screen, watching a princess sing about her dreams or a hero fight through some wild adventure. It felt comforting, safe, even inspiring. But here's the thing, as I got older, I started to notice things, small things, ideas that I didn't catch as a kid but started to make me wonder about how Disney shaped the way I saw the world. Let's talk about that classic damsel in distress trope. You know the one, the princess who's beautiful, kind, pure-hearted, and completely helpless until a prince shows up to save her. Think about Snow White. She gets poisoned, falls into a deep sleep, and just lays there waiting for a kiss from a guy to bring her back to life. Same deal with Sleeping Beauty. Aurora's cursed, falls asleep, and only a prince's kiss can break the spell. When you're a kid, these stories seem like pure fairy tale magic. But as you get older, you start to realize the message behind them. Women are passive. Their problems are solved by men. It's like their worth is entirely tied to whether or not a prince comes to save them. I'm not saying fairy tales are inherently bad, but this idea of waiting to be rescued can really mess with how girls see themselves. And it can even mess with how they see their own worth. Now let's flip it over and talk about the guys in Disney films. The princes are supposed to be strong, brave, heroic, but they're not exactly emotionally complex. When we think about male characters, they don't cry. They don't show weakness. They fight dragons, break curses, and save kingdoms. But do we ever see them really struggle emotionally or get vulnerable? Not really. For boys watching these movies, this sends a pretty damaging message. Being strong means being silent. If you're feeling anything, just bottle it up, because emotions are weakness. And the only way you can show those emotions is through action, usually physical, like fighting or doing something drastic. Now here's something else I've been thinking about. Disney's portrayal of beauty. Look at the princesses. They all look basically the same. They're thin, have big eyes, perfect skin, small noses, and long flowing hair. That's a problem because as kids, we internalize what we see. Even little ones can start to figure out what's considered beautiful, desirable, or normal based on what they watch. And when you see the same kind of beauty repeated over and over again, it can make kids, especially girls, think that if they don't look like that, they're somehow not good enough. Even worse, characters who don't fit this perfect beauty standard often get cast as villains. Ursula from The Little Mermaid is bigger, louder, and more assertive than Ariel, and she's the villain. Madame Medusa from The Rescuers isn't fat, but she's definitely not the idealized beauty. She's exaggerated, grotesque, and over the top. So what do we learn from this? That beauty equals goodness, and if you don't fit that mold, there's something wrong with you. Look, Disney was a huge part of growing up for a lot of us. The movies, the music, it's all tied to memories we still hold close. But just because something's nostalgic doesn't mean it's perfect. It's okay to love those stories and still see where they got things wrong. In fact, that's how things get better. By noticing, by talking about it, and by expecting more from the stuff that shapes young minds. So if any of this hit home for you, share it. Talk about it with someone. Think back on what these movies taught us and what we want future kids to learn instead. Stories matter, and the ones we tell next, they're up to us.